So, welcome everybody to tonight's Channeling Sarah. This is an event that I started last month and I hope to keep running throughout the year. And it's a beautiful way for us to come into sacred space together and to connect with Sarah's energy. So, to bring us into sacred space, if you're somewhere where you can close your eyes safely, then please do so. And take some nice deep breaths. And just let the day slip away from you, or the evening, or the morning, or whatever time you're watching this, and whenever you're watching this. And become aware of the physical space that your body occupies. So really feeling into your physical self, which often we don't do so much in our spiritual work, but Sarah really encourages us to do this because then we can bring more divine presence into our physical bodies. And that's exactly what we're going to do now. As we come into Sarah's sacred circle together. So first of all, let's imagine us as a beautiful circle of light. Let's imagine us as a beautiful circle of light. And around the outside of our circle is an outer circle of Sarah's angels. And they often show themselves to me as an incredible whiter than whiteness. And they're shining their light through our circle. So they're radiating their angelic vibration all the way through our bodies into the center of the circle, where in a moment we are going to call Sarah's presence in. But before we do that, we call in Sarah's violet flame, Sarah's lilac violet flame. And Sarah has an amazing lilac violet flame, which is just perfect for where we are in our evolutionary history and moment just now. And this is something we're going to be working with in a few days, those of us who are traveling to Glastonbury for a retreat. And so that energy is already strongly here. And that's why I've used this background from this amazing photographer, Michelle. She has a page, Visions of Somerset, on Facebook. And this amazing background of lilac violet sky is very Sarah energy to me. And so this Sarah violet flame is filling our sacred circle. And as it does, with its beautiful sparkles, violet sparkles of light, it's transforming and transmuting everything that is negative, inappropriate, or just belongs to the old and just doesn't belong here anymore. It is taking that energy and it's transforming it into the new, into the fresh, into the new earth energy, the fifth dimensional energies. And it's just so powerful for us right now after this last solar eclipse. It's really coming in for us now on a higher level, more than ever before. And now we call Sarah into the center of our circle. We call her into the center of our circle. And she comes in as a pillar of light. I see her as green, as the power of nature. She is the energy of her mother, the Magdalene, her father, the Master Jesus or Yeshua. She is the expression of their coming together in the sacred marriage. She is the Christ-like in oneness. And as she comes in, she brings all of that archetypal energy and she grounds and centers our circle. She grounds us into the new earth grid, to the heart of the ascended Gaia. And as she does that, she simultaneously expands our energy upwards. This is where our souls and our hearts and our bodies and our spirits want to go. This is where we're already going. And she just makes it a little bit easier. She just makes it a little bit easier to achieve that which we are already on the path of. And so just feel your energies going up and expanding up into the highest heavens, to the highest dimensions, even as you are grounded deeply, anchored firmly into the earth. All is well. All is well. All is well. And so we're going to invite Sarah's presence even more deeply into our bodies. Breathing in love, breathing in light. And one way that I like to do this is to imagine Sarah's presence taking shape and form above my head. And you can do this too, if you like. And I imagine Sarah's presence taking form above my head as a very gentle vortex of energy, which is spiraling around and around. And I invite Sarah's presence into my body, down through my crown chakra. So if it feels right for you, you can try this too. And Sarah's presence then comes in down through the crown chakra, down through the head, down through your brain, through the brow chakra, through the throat. And as Sarah's presence gently comes into those who have invited her, you can find that you start to feel more centered and more grounded. And Sarah's presence actually makes us more of who we already are. she makes us feel more of ourselves, and that's her gift, that's her archetypal energy. She is a catalyst for each of us to individuate that divine spark, that piece of the divine that each of us is, each with our own amazing gifts and unique talents. Sarah's here to empower us to activate that as the newer seeds that we are. And so her presence comes down further and further, down towards your heart, down through the throat chakra, the thymus chakra, flowing down through your shoulders and your arms and your hands, and your chest and your back. Just allowing Sarah's presence to very, very slowly spiral, this gentle vortex of Sarah's presence, spiraling all the way down through your solar plexus chakra, the sacral chakra, the base chakra, and flowing all the way down through your legs, down through your feet into the ground, until your whole body is filled with this archetypal energy of oneness, the Christ light in unity consciousness. Just breathe that energy into your whole body, your whole body, your whole body. And sometimes I see this presence as an incredible gold color. You might see that gold or some shade or aspect of gold shining now, radiating now through every single cell in your whole being, your entire being. And there might be some places in your body or in your chakra energy systems or in your emotions where you want to breathe in or focus some more of this energy of Sarah's presence. And so you can imagine that Sarah's beautiful, gentle vortex of energy, of light, is sitting over that place or is sending energy to that place, wherever you need it the most. All is well. All is well. All is well. And they're asking at the moment, when I say they, I mean the spiritual team that I work with, of the Holy Family. They're asking that we particularly focus on bringing in the divine masculine and the divine feminine into balance just now. And this is because we've had a lot of new blueprints and new light codes coming in for the divine masculine with the last solar eclipse. And we've got some very interesting work ahead of us this year, and I'm sure into the next few years, where we are able to start envisioning the divine masculine blueprints and tuning into that really strongly and really powerfully. And this is as a way of healing the wounded masculine that has been present in the energetic lines of humanity for some thousands of years now. It's time. It's time. We're coming into mastery. It's time for us to co-create with the divine and start to work with healing that which is not in right relationship with the divine. And so when we talk of the patriarchy and all of the wounding that's happened and the witch wounds and the terrible things that have gone on, inside each of us we hold a wounding, we hold an image of that wounding. And I'm sure most of us know the idea that that which we hold within us, we create outside of us. And so it's time now. It's really time now. Many of us are holding the divine feminine sacred code so beautifully and so wonderfully. And now it's time to start really balancing that up with the divine masculine. It's all within divine timing. This is all happening perfectly within divine timing. We needed to get those divine feminine codes first. And so just as a little gentle introduction, they're asking that just to imagine two diagonal lines in front of us. So just imagine two diagonal lines, and one is the divine masculine and one is the divine feminine. And first of all, we'll go with the divine feminine. And Mary Magdalene is coming in now. Mary Magdalene is coming in very strongly to each of us. And she's holding that power. She's holding that energy of the divine feminine in all its beautiful qualities. And I often see the Magdalene as a pink colour. You might see her in another way, but just see one of those lines. You can see it 2-dimensionally or 3-dimensionally or 5-dimensionally, or just know that it's there, hold in that energy. And just feel how she is like putting that line into you, and it's going like through your heart and extending out into both sides of your aura. And she is putting in her archetypal energy of the divine feminine codes. And just allow her to place that within your energy field if it feels right to you. And just say to yourself, the divine feminine is within balance and harmony. The divine feminine is in balance and harmony within myself. All is well, all is well, all is well. And Sarah's here holding the space for us as this happens, and this blessing is occurring within our energy. Just sit and breathe for a moment, breathe into your heart. Relax your whole body. Just take another deep breath, relaxing from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. And then the Master Jesus Yeshua is coming in, and he's placing a diagonal line the other way round so that the two lines cross over each other. And his line appears to me as a a wonderful yellow colour, bright sunlight. And he also, if it feels right to you, is placing that line of energy, that blueprint of energy as a diagonal through your heart and extending out to your aura either side. And just feel the simplicity of those two energies together. Breathe in that divine masculine energy, solar consciousness, the solar logos. All is well. All is well. All is well. Feel yourself balance between these two energies of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And at the center of those two energies, where the two lines meet, there we find Sarah. There we find oneness. And in this place, you can receive peace and joy and the hope and transformation that Sarah offers. And she has a very strong affinity with the concept of spirit. She has a very strong affinity represented by the divine breath. And we can also find this energy at the center of the divine masculine and the divine feminine as these two lines where they cross over each other. And so at the center here, we deepen our connection to our own inner spirit, to our own divine spark. It's breathing into the center there. Just allow your divine spark, your inner spirit, to expand a little bit more, just a little bit more than it was before. And feeling that inner truth of what your soul is calling you to, what your next step is. Feeling your inner truth of what your soul is calling you to and what your next step is. And you might like to imagine this divine spirit in some way. Maybe it has a shape or a form or a symbol for you. You could also imagine it as the holy chalice, the holy grail filled with light. And in this way, you can invite people in your life or situations in your life or even places in the world to enter into the Holy Spirit. And so it's an invitation. You're not forcing this energy on anybody. You're not putting it on anybody even. You're respecting the will of other people and other situations, but invite people who you feel would benefit from this and ask them if they would like to enter into this holy grail. And so there might be people who are struggling or feeling unwell. Could be situations in your life that feel like they need a little bit of magic, or places where you feel also needs that bit of extra. I'll just go quiet for a moment while you do that. And if they want to go into that spirit in the Holy Grail, they will. You're giving them the opportunity. And if they don't, maybe it's not the right moment. Maybe that will come at a later time. So I'll just go quiet for a moment now. And Sarah's angels are all around us, and they carry out the divine will. And so if something or someone enters into that chalice, they're making sure that that divine spirit energy fills every part that needs to be filled. You can also place yourself inside that chalice if you wish to go into that divine spirit, that divine light. And be bathed in light of oneness. All is well. All is well. All is well. Just finish up any last pieces of work that you want to do tonight, today, knowing that you can come back to this anytime you need to. And then I'm going to tune into Sarah and see what she has to say, if she has a message for us this evening. So I'll just go quiet for a moment, and then when I start speaking again, I'll be channeling something for us from Sarah. Blessings, blessings. I am Sarah. Although we have spoken of physicality and the importance of focusing on the physical body and being aware of the physical body so that it can be integrated with all that you are, really, in this last period of time, we have been bringing in the energy of spirit, perhaps more powerfully than we might do at another time. And this is because in this moment that you are walking in with the recent solar eclipse, it is an opportunity for you to integrate this strong energy of spirit, the pure energy of spirit, in a way that is accompanied by more light and grace than is available at other times. The energy from the solar eclipse still has a big effect, and there are extra amounts of angels available from this eclipse to ensure that an absorption of spirit goes more smoothly. And what I want you to understand, and why I'm saying this, is because too much spirit is not necessarily a good thing. It can burn out a nervous system or a physical circuit of energy a little too easily. So great care must be taken when absorbing the breath of life, the spirit, in great quantities. And so it's only a little at a time, a little at a time, a little at a time. However, saying that, there are times in the cosmos where it's more suitable and you have more spiritual help in absorbing this light of spirit. And it can be done more safely and in greater quantities than at other times. And this period is one of those doorways, one of those portals when this can take place. And so you have been gifted through divine grace and through the support of the angelic realms, this extra gift of spirit in this work today. It is important now to do something physical to absorb that spiritual light which you are imbibing, which you are soaking up into your body, so that it doesn't stay on a mental level, but comes down through the emotional, through the body. So if you can, go for a walk, go for a swim, do some exercise, do a workout, dance, sing, use your body in some way, as you will draw that light all the way down through you and down into the ground. I am Sarah, and these are the words which I wish to speak to you this day. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Amen. To just make sure you feel really grounded, send out roots down through your feet, down through your legs, down through your feet, down into the ground. Rooting down, 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 down through the bedrock, down through the soil. Really connecting to the earth. And also feel that return, that response from Gaia as she sends up nurturing earth energy up through your feet, all the way up your legs, through your hips, your stomach, and up into your heart. And then coming all the way up to the top of your head, and then fountaining out all the way around your body, all the way around your aura. So that you are sitting within a cloak of beautiful, nurturing earth energy that will help you continue to ground. That's lovely. Wow, that was really something. So we will have a few moments in a minute just to chat before we finish. As some of you know, there's a group of us traveling to the UK next week to work with Sarah's Violet Flame temple. We're upgrading it. We are in for an amazing time. When I get back, and next month, my next event is working with the Blue Rose lineage. Sarah is the keeper of the Blue Rose Flame, and the Blue Rose lineage, they're a divine feminine order, very ancient, who work with Gaia and connect up. They're very aligned to cosmic energies, and they are coming through to help us work with healing the witch wound. And the witch wound is, it's kind of like the wounds we've received to the divine feminine in the last couple of thousand years, but it's also that wounding which is still going on today, about those of us who have magical, spiritual and psychic abilities. And very much part of this is recreating the divine masculine blueprints that we hold very deeply. So releasing the trauma and bringing in these beautiful blueprints for ourselves, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, so that we can truly feel okay about who we are. And I'll be doing that in May. You can find the event. I've written it up quite quickly because I wanted to get it up there. And yeah, you can just go on there and book it. It'll be an evening class. Well, evening if you're in Europe, and during the day it's on a Sunday next month. And that, I think, is going to be a really, really beautiful way of being able to, yeah, shift some of that heaviness and become much, much lighter. That process has already been happening with me and it feels amazing. So looking forward to sharing that with all of you. Now, let me just check with Sarah before we finish if there was anything else she wanted to say. He's just emphasizing that connection with her, to bring us into oneness. Her presence is so healing. She works so much with our spiritual selves, our emotional selves, our mental selves, and her healing abilities are really something else. And if any of you are on the paid subscribing level of Patreon, you can ask Sarah a question about your personal or spiritual development every month, and I will channel an answer for you from Sarah. And I love doing this because I always learn something new. There's always so much more to learn. So I am going to change the view screen now and open it up for anyone. We've just got a few minutes now for anyone who wants to share something from that or just wants to say something about Sarah. If you do, just wave at me and unmute yourself. Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl.
Always. I have to say, Rachel, the last few times now we've been doing this energy is deeper. It's not the same as what I I've been familiar with Sarah. I mean, I have chills now just saying that. It's absolutely beautiful, and there's just something so sacred about it. And also I keep getting galactic. I keep getting
Mm.
more energy coming
Yeah,
from a different place that I don't even know what. It's like inching in now.
yeah,
So,
yeah. She did say that to me, that it was going to get stronger in 2024, and that, with all of the, like, as we're moving through space, like as the planet Earth is moving through space, we're constantly going through all these different, receiving all these different energies, and it means that we can take in more and more energies all the time. But as we know, that triggers a lot of processes.
oh yes.
Yes, and it takes time, and it's like, oh, you don't want it to be like too high. You want it to be like manageable. Yeah. And it's like, but I think we're starting to see the effects of all the work that we've been doing. Like, you get to a certain point and then suddenly it's like, wow, now it's really, I can really tell. But maybe it's taken a long time to get to that place. I think that's kind of where we are, sort of in the human race. And I think more and more people are feeling this in different ways. But yeah, and the more because we're more grounded into Gaia now, so it means we can connect to more of that cosmic stuff without getting, like burnt out, basically. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Anybody else? No. Monica's that no. Blow me a kiss. Thank you, Monica. Well, it's been really lovely seeing you all here, and we'll be here again next month. I will send out an email with a link. Thank you all. Lots of love. Bye for now. Bye, everybody. Bye.